Sawabanane family, we see you, we honor you, and we value you. Your gifts, along with God's grace, allow us to persevere, to mentor, and prepare new leaders as we co-create for future generations. The Proctor Conference is where future meets legacy. We are committed to the forward crusade of faith, equity, and reparatory justice, nationally and globally. We are the place where Ubuntu becomes reality. Your gifts to the Legacy Campaign enables our success, our sustainability, and secures the future. With vision, by faith, and through action, we are the Proctor Conference.
I'm so grateful that there is in this world something called the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference. You've been on the wall doing the work. Sister Iva Carruthers and so many others, you represent the best of our faith. You represent the faith of the Black church, the conscience of the American churches. Thank you for the work that you do.
Family, the time has come to work the roots. The roots of Samuel DeWitt Proctor, Gardner C. Taylor, Pauli Murray, Bayard Rustin, and the list continues. As the mission of the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference continues to shape our ethos and worldview. Join us today by committing an annual, one-time, or recurring gift to the SDPC Legacy Campaign. We pray that you and your loved ones have been and will remain the benefactors of God's grace and mercy. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you here on this Friday. Good morning and welcome to Faithful Fridays with the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference. You know, when the pandemic began to wreak havoc on all of our lives 2.5 years ago, the Proctor Conference began holding prayer. We had to do something because people were so discombobulated, so upset, and kind of lost. So we had to figure out a way to address what we felt, to see it and address it. So this became a space and a place of lament and refuge and hope as we aimed to treat the needs of the people, the needs of you as holy. Then as restrictions began to ease, we moved from praying every day to gathering virtually every Friday to pray, and we have loved it. But now we're in yet another phase of this transition, this transition that's been caused by the pandemic, and we're calling it Faithful Fridays. Now we're going to shift from prayers of prophetic equipping to prayers of commissioning, commissioned acts of collective resistance and viability. And we want you to join us. We want you to join us as we all learn to pray with our feet, to do it, to pray with our feet by serving others. Weekly, every single week, you will hear from an SDPC staff member as we uplift an issue or an initiative and encourage you to get in the fight, to help do what you can do so that we can all be free, because we believe, as Fannie Lou Hamer said, that until all of us are free, none of us are free. Faithful Fridays has been created to amplify some of the issues that are threatening our lives and our communities, yet aim to inspire action for the sake of freedom. Remember Salbanani, remember that we see you, we hear you, we love you, and that people need to hear us as well. All of us need to be hearing and seeing each other, and Faithful Fridays is a way to get that done. So welcome to Faithful Fridays, and now here is our issue and call for prayer for today. Good morning, Sal Bonani. We see you, we hear you, we respect you. You are important to us, and you are important to the life of our communities. You know that whenever the country needs something, Black communities need it even more. They say if the community or the society has a cold, and the Black community has pneumonia. Black and brown and poor, underserved communities all have pneumonia. And that certainly has been the case with people having access to the internet. Black Churches for Digital Equity is a program that helps us and our communities get connected. In May 2021, the Multicultural Media and Telecom Internet Council joined with faith and civil rights leaders to launch Black Churches for Broadband, a coalition that got dedicated to educating members of our community about broadband internet assistance programs and to advocate for a permanent broadcast and broadband assistance benefit for low-income Americans. Black Churches for Broadband began with this coalition and 6 Black church nonprofits mobilizing grassroots support for a permanent internet subsidy that included, these organizations included the Balm and Gilead, the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference, that would be us, the Fellowship of Affirming Ministries, the National Council of Black Churches, the Black Church PAC, and Values Partnerships. The coalition grew to over 400 Black church leaders, including the Reverend Dr. Renita Weems, Bishop Ann Henning Byfield, the Reverend Tracy Blackman, and the Reverend Dr. Jeremiah A. Wright. They all came together in this cause. What they worked for was to get a letter sent to Vice President Kamala Harris, supporting the White House's effort to expand broadband access and calling for a permanent broadband benefit. They worked on a week of action, getting a week of action together, and they activated in that week congregations to send out emails and do phone calls and tweets calling for a permanent broadband benefit. And this coalition participated in educating thousands of Black church leaders about how they could help people in their communities access home internet benefits and advocate for digital equity. It is so important. It is so important. We are agents of change when we come together as a community. And Congress responded to the work of this coalition, and they created the Affordable Connectivity Program, signed into law as part of President Joe Biden's bipartisan infrastructure bill. Still, we know that the fight's not over. It's not over. Digital equity demands more than just making broadband available and affordable for everybody. We have to also equip and empower unconnected Americans with the skills that they need to thrive online. Black churches are champions for equity. That's what we're about. And these Black churches and these leaders help Black churches to work to identify the need to connect members of their communities to the internet, and they sought to provide that connection. We are in the forefront of doing this, and it's so vital because everything is online anymore. We are in a technocracy, as my friend Ruby Sales says. Nothing is as it was, and nothing is as it used to be, and it will not be that again. And so we have to bring all of our community, including and especially our children, into the 21st century and give them the tools that they need to become viable competitors. Our pastors often take to the pulpit to share digital resources and engage with their congregations online. And the pandemic made that an even more critical and crucial thing in our church lives. It underscored the need for digital connections. How many of you had people saying, I don't know how to do the internet, I don't have the internet? And that cannot be our story or our witness or our testimony, not in any of our communities. And that's why we need all of us to help everyone get connected. The Affordable Connectivity Program is an FCC benefit that helps ensure that households can afford the home broadband internet service that they need for work and school and healthcare and more. The benefit provides a discount of up to $30 a month toward internet services for eligible households and up to $75 per month for households on qualifying tribal lands. When used toward broadband providers, widely acceptable low-income offerings, this benefit covers the full cost of home internet service for eligible families. Eligible households can also receive a one-time discount of up to $100 to purchase a laptop, desktop computer, or tablet from participating providers if they contribute more than $10 and less than $50 toward the purchase price. This is good stuff. This is what we need. Who's responsible? Who is eligible? If a household has an income that is below, at or below 200% of the federal poverty guidelines, it's an eligible household. If a household participates in certain assistance programs, such as SNAP, Medicaid, federal public housing assistance, Social Security, WIC, or Lifeline, that household is eligible. If a household is a participant in tribal specific programs, such as the Bureau of Indian Affairs General Assistance, Tribal TANF, TANF, or Food Distribution Program on Indian reservations, that household is eligible. We want you to know this so that you can spread the word. And if a household is approved to receive benefits under the free and reduced price school lunch program or the school breakfast program, including through the USDA community eligibility provision in the 2019 to 20, 2020 to 21, or the 2021 to 22 school year, that household is eligible. If a household has someone there that received a federal Pell Grant during the current award year, or if a household meets the eligibility criteria for a participating provider's existing low-income program. So there are lots of ways that households can become eligible, and we want you to know those things. And I'll give you a website at the end of this announcement, and you can share that with people and just get them to sign in and sign on. So how do you sign up? For the Affordable Connectivity Program benefit, you can go through your broadband providers, including Comcast Xfinity, Charter Spectrum, Cox Communications, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. It is up to us. We who believe in freedom will not rest, but we who believe in freedom cannot stop walking either. We have to keep our feet on the ground and our thumbs on the pulse of the country and insist on being heard, insist on being treated fairly, and insist on liberty and justice for every single one of us, including and especially our children. If you want more information about what I just talked about, you can visit blackchurchesfordigitalequity.com. That's blackchurches4, that's the number 4, digitalequity.com. Please visit. This is called praying with your feet. This is making a difference. Oh Lord, help me and help me to help somebody else. That's what we're doing. We are praying with our feet, and we're trying to bring justice to those for whom justice is so elusive. And I just want to end this, because this is taking the place of our prayer call that we used to have on Fridays. But life is a prayer. Working for others is a prayer. Working for justice is a prayer. And working to make sure our children are taken care of is a prayer. The people who say that they're pro-life have a different definition of life than I do. I think we have to worry about our children once they are born and once they are in need of things that will make them not suffer in this world, in this country, in your city or state. So I go and I leave you with one of my favorite scriptures, which is found in Deuteronomy chapter 6, beginning at verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates. Tell the children, teach the children, help the children, give our children. Let's pray with our feet and give our own communities, yes, our entire communities, but especially our children, the rights and the dignity and the way for dignity that they all deserve. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Have an even better week, and we'll see you next week. Take good care. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Tiana. You don't want to miss the workshops? You don't want to miss the Proctor Conference? Go to our website if you have not yet and purchase your tickets as soon as you can. sdpconference.info. And as you know, it's our 20th year. We are celebrating at the 2023 Proctor Conference, and we are doing something new. Family, the Monday and Tuesday night worship services will be an intergenerational tag team preaching experience highlighting the theme, Where Future Meets Legacy. Join us. Go to our website, sdpconference.info. We have information for exhibitors. We have information for sponsors. If you want to celebrate 20 years with us and become a sponsor, we welcome that. Seminarians, know that there is a 15% discount on conference tickets for you. So please, go to our website, plan to join us February 20th through the 23rd in Atlanta. We thank you and we love you.